Welcome back, the old style of intro, and I'm doing the old style for two reasons. The first is this deck largely hasn't changed, so I couldn't figure out how to put together a beautiful polished intro for you guys based around the one change. Noi! I took the Maui's fishhooks out, added in two Nois. Fishhook was in here primarily to combat other locations, though it never quite did the trick, so we're trying to push for some extra ink with Noi. The second reason is, of course, we are going to be trying Hardcore Ranked today. It's the ELO, don't ask me what that stands for, I do not know, but it's the ELO Ranked system. So you start off with, I believe, 1,200 points, and they're best of 3 games, and you have to complete a best of 3 game to gain points, and if you lose a best of 3 or you concede before you finish the best of 3, you lose points. So the system's entirely based on purely your performance. That's it. Purely your performance. There's no moving up and down a ladder. You just gain points or you lose points. I don't know if there's extra points to be had for finishing a game quickly or if a game goes long. Genuinely, I don't know. If you guys have the answers to those questions, if you have a full breakdown for what the ELL system is like, please leave it in the comments down below. And before we jump in, we are still doing the Patreon raffle. So Patreon raffle and then the booster box raffle. Booster box raffle is the easy one. Be a subscriber. Do it today. Subscribe right now. Link, the button's right down there. It's literally right here. Just push the button and then join Discord. That link is in the description down below. Give yourself the Lorcana tag. Your name will turn green. That's it. It's free. You do those 2 things and you have a chance to win one of these booster boxes on the shelves right here. If you join the Patreon tier 3, pretty much everything you see on the shelves behind me, minus my lightsabers, they're right there, minus my lightsabers, is up for grabs. I've also managed to acquire 2 trove thingies. There they are. Got them. 2 troves. Those guys are going to be a part of the grand prize. I've decided instead of doing a whole bunch all the way around, the troves are going to be packaged for the grand prize. So that grand prize is looking really juicy. You get the booster box. You're going to get the enchanted pride lands, and you're going to get a trove. Something like a $200 to $300 value, depending on where you're looking, for that first place prize. So, link in the description down below. Don't be afraid. Join today. Let's jump into the games. Hardcore Ranked. Here I come. Go in second. Hardcore Ranked. Let's see if we have what it takes. Don't know what I'm playing against. I like that. So, gotta learn how to craft our hands based on not knowing. Send you back, send you back, send you back. I like this little combo, and I like that we can ramp to it. Which means we're likely inking the Grand Matala here. Wow, I got some Hirams that aren't doing anything. I have no items. Alright, Sapphire. Is this a mirror match? Alright, don't need a Hiram. Cast turn. Very slow opening for me. Sapphire items for sure. This is going to be a mirror match, isn't it? I think it is a mirror match. Queen of Hearts. Oh, is this the Alphos Dime? That's a good card, but it means I have to ink this. Let's see. I can make him sacrifice their Hiram. Won't have time to get to it. So maybe Maui's a little better here. It's inkable and I can in theory play it next turn if I absolutely need to. But I think it's going to get inked. I think I'm going to play a Popsicle, I'm going to play a Flaversham, I'm going to draw some cards, and I'm going to ramp. Alright, no Flaversham from the opponent. I'll take that. Opponent is digging. There we go. There's the Ruby confirmation. Maybe they played another one, but I wasn't paying attention. Alright, definitely inking that. I know I should do this first. Definitely take another one. I'd rather have the ability on a body. Alright, and Flaversham can sing the other one if they want to make a trade. Alright, so far so good. There's the trade, which means they're not seeing in their own how far I'll go, but I don't think their deck even plays them. I think we're just playing Hades, honestly. The opponent gets to enjoy a little ramp from us, but... And then we'll see their board wipe. I'll take the card draw. No board wipe, I'll take it. I'd like to find me a Judy Hopps. For when they inevitably play a dime. Another Hades. Well, they're not defeating a McDuck Manor. Let's go try to find a Judy. I don't need another Flaversham. Don't need another Be Prepared either, though. And I think we just stay. Alright, go ahead, take him out. All the items in my hand makes that a sad loss. He says sarcastically. Oh, this is looking like a great board wipe. They say whoever Be Prepared's first likely loses, but... I don't know, this looks like a pretty fantastic Be Prepared situation. And I like all my cards. I mean, I should be inking. I'll ink the Maui. I have a lot of control in my hand. Maui's pretty... He can be situational. You need your opponent's characters to be exerted. There's the lucky dime, so I'm still on the search for that Judy. Let's start here. Take another McDuck Manor. Pass turn. Lady Tremaine. Well, Lady Tremaine gets rocked by my Madame Medusa. Man, another Be Prepared. Oh, can I do... I mean, I can play this, get rid of the Lady Tremaine. And then I can still play this. The only downside is that could have been a Judy. There's a Gaston. Opponent will continue to draw cards. Finally inking that Tamatoa. Alright, so here's the thing, right? I can get rid of the Gaston and then Lucky Dime does nothing still. Or I can board wipe and keep both of these guys. And we're gonna just get the concession. Okay, here we go. Oh, a couple of those. Do got some ramp, but I don't like it. Be Prepared's not the best thing. Maui's not the best thing. Dragon's too late. Maybe you're okay? I can't have both of these either. Alright, looks a lot better with this. Even better with the popsicle. Alright, a couple of popsicle gamers. Okay, I got some ramp to go with my Grandma Tala. So we're looking like pretty similar opening. Even opponent, didn't they do the same thing? Popsicle into a develop your brain? Inking a Flaversham. I'm okay with that. Let's ink the Grandma Tala. Alright, now they're gonna play Fishbone Quill because it's the same game as the last game. No Fishbone, okay. Ooh, Flaversham's good. We're gonna go for Grandma here. Well, I only have one item. So either way I'm drawing ink. So I'll take the Flaversham just in case. But it's likely ink, right? Either one of those is gonna be ink. Alright, I basically have the exact same start as my last game. Which is very interesting. The consistency is huge. Doesn't really matter how I do this, right? Either way I'm drawing cards. As long as I draw all the stuff before I decide what to ink. I really don't need another Flaversham. I'll take a Maui. Alright, pass turn. That's at least 2 McDuck Manors gone from the opponent. Don't have a Hades this time to deal with Gaston so cleanly, but I do have a board wipe. Alright, here's the question. How do I want to do this? That Gaston's going to get out of control pretty quickly. I have a ton of options. But I fear I need to deal with the board. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I think I have to deal with the board. It's way too early for this. I guess I'm hoping Madame Medusa and Maui will be enough to hold the board while I establish some other pieces. There's her lucky dime. Still no Judy Hopps for me. Sorry, Noi. I think I'm gonna go double McDuck Manor here. They're really unlikely to be able to deal with either one of them right away. There's the Maui. No fish hook to accompany it. And then I think I just trade Mauis here. And the concession. Fantastic. Hey, I gotta go first. Alright, no way to recognize the name, so I have no idea who this opponent is. I do got Annoy into a Fishbone. That activates her. Fishbone, a little slow for this. So let's get rid of these guys. Alright, and Flaversham for that. It all comes down to what I get for ink. May give up the Flaversham. I don't necessarily want to destroy the Fishbone if I can help it. Amethyst. Sapphire Amethyst. Okay. Alright. Sorry, Flaversham. You're just not up to snuff this game. Noi is our little 2-of floater that's kind of awkward in the deck. Not sure what to do with that spot. But to increase the count of all of our other cards means to increase uninkables. Except for Maleficent, who's just the most expensive. So I don't want to increase the count for any of those. I don't think I'm activating Fishbone, funny enough. Because I like all the cards. I will next turn if I draw an uninkable, though, because I definitely want to get Grandma down. I'm used to being a little slow in the early game, and then it just explodes from there. So this slight slowness doesn't bother me so much. Alright, so Madam Mim will get through Noi. Largely okay with that. Alright, Grandma Tala will go replace itself. Could grab another piece of ramp, but I think I want the ink. Yeah, this is tough, because I do want to sing this. It might be a Be Prepared that needs to get inked by this Fishbone Quill. It's largely sitting there doing nothing, which is very awkward. It sucks when all your cards are just so good. I'll take a Maui. Get rid of that. Pass the turn. So Noi did the thing I'm testing. It got the ink early, or it got the lore early. We'll see if that's enough to make the endgame not feel so tight. Because that's something I feel like I run into a lot, that it's really close, and I always snag it the turn before my opponent can really do anything about it. Alright, I think I have to deal with Merlin before they get a chance to abuse it. Yes, they get to draw a card, but I think it's very important that doesn't generate them a huge amount of value. It's always drawing 2 cards, right? It's always replacing itself, and it's always getting something else when it is banished. So you're never gonna beat the 2. But if we can beat the rest of it... Alright, they just have to quest, and then Maui has to take it out. Alright, Mickey Mouse automatically gets attacked by Maui unless I want to send something else at it. The trick is... can I do anything to stop the Flaversham? Besides Hades, of course. Is Madam M trading? I'm A-okay with that trade. Opponent's ability to just generate card advantage, though, is insane. They're playing the 2 colors that generate card advantage. Alright, we're gonna go Hades. We're gonna get rid of Flaversham. I'm gonna keep my Maui. And a strong argument to Fishbone Quill to be prepared away. Considering my position. Hades will probably take out Hades. Yep. I mean, how could I resist? Another Maui. Fantastic. Oh, looking good. Now, as far as card advantage goes, the opponent and I are pretty similar, honestly. It's just that I have more pieces in play. Alright, that should bounce the Hades. They'll replay the Hades. Probably take out my Flaversham because of Popsicle. They sure do. I'm not going to get any double plays here. Do I quest and board wipe? I don't think so. I think I'm Dragon. Now I could quest here, or I could take out the Grandma Tala. It is ramp for them, but just preserving this Maui, I think, has been really annoying for them. Another Hades, wow. That's what, all of my opponent's Hades? There's one in the graveyard. I know we've banished one. Here's at least number 3. This looks like a pretty decent board wipe. Doesn't leave me options to do anything else. But my hand's just nothing but control at this point. Gaston replaces itself. It's better than card draw, it's card selection. Alright, opponent continues to ramp. Wouldn't mind another Be Prepared off the top. Ask and ye shall receive! Alright, was that like most of my Be Prepared? It's at least half. Alright, can't target the Cogsworth with my Hades or my Medusa. Judy Hopps is nice, but it's not going to be really relevant, is it? I know my opponent probably plays some items, I just haven't seen them. Well, except for the Popsicle and the Harem. So, I think I'm going to go Maui. Alright, that Cogsworth isn't going to be doing anything for a while. It's too scared of the Maui. Argument, again, for holding on to Maui. Oh, they're going to go for it. Oh, they're going to bounce the Cogsworth, okay. Now they can replay it. Ooh, Flaversham's really good. Got another board wipe. Should have went Hades there. I think that's what I meant to grab, and I just misclicked because I wanted to take out the Madam Mim. Alright, can't quest with Grammatala because it doesn't trade with Madam Mim. I meant to play Hades. That was a very clear grab the wrong card. Playing too fast. A Merlin that does nothing. I like that. And the concession. Okay. Waiting on the other player. Are we going to get a game 2? Surely we're going to get a game 2. Here we go. Second. Okay. And just the straight concession. That's not how you play hardcore, my friend. Go first. Against Star Child. I can read your name. Okay, well I have no items to begin with. Definitely get rid of that. Oh, the turn 1 plays really nice though. It's a lot of 2-drops. See if I can't get a Popsicle to go with Noi. Got a Popsicle to go with Noi. And ink. Fantastic. Alright, more ink. I like it. Noi will lead us right into Fishbone Quill. Let's just see how much value Noi's actually worth. What do you think, opponent? Ooh, more of Emerald. Emerald Steel? Emerald Steel. Alright, gotta be careful. So I would be able to quest with Noi, but they're gonna be able to have Shift Robin Hood. Ursula to attack our songs. Bucky, okay, discard. Which means they definitely 100% have the Robin Hood. So I'm inking how far it'll go. Now, well, I'll still have an ink left to play a Maui to take out a Robin Hood. But we're not questing with Noi, because I'm not just going to give it up just for Robin Hood to take it out. Yep, pretty stellar opening hand for the opponent. That is the curve they wanted. Fantastic. That is exactly what we wanted. Opponent's probably not running many, if any, items, so Judy can go. We'll take out the Robin Hood. Opponent does get to draw a card. Quest. And I'm definitely inking this, because it is a discard deck. Good news is we can play like 90% of our deck with 6. It's like 98% with 7. Yes, I'm pulling these numbers out of my butt. Yep, you really don't need a second, Bucky. Alright, we might see a double attack, might see another Robin Hood. There's a very slim chance our opponent runs a wheel, but just on the off chance, that's why the Fishbone Quill set the card away instead of thinning our deck. Alright, that'll take out the Maui. But it won't take out the Noi. Oh, you're doubling it up. You have to select a target. Ruh-roh. Can't select Noi. That's a mistake. Don't concede just because of that, Star Child. Alright, we're very super susceptible to whatever we draw at this point. It's basically draw, play, go. Draw, play, go. I'll tell you what, a board wipe off the top would pretty much secure our chances of victory. Not a board wipe, but a decent start towards it. Doesn't matter what we get, we're gonna ink it. Very stellar opening hand for the opponent. That says a lot, because we went first. I need some card filter myself. I need to get to that board wipe. Opponent's pretty much in a position where it's hard for them to lose now. Beast! May as well quest with your beast. Oh, dragon's good. Can't play it though. Dang, dang, dang. Well, we're gonna concede so they don't see all the extra stuff. Alright, I'm looking for some ramp. The board wipe's looking really good too. Outside of that, I really don't have any ramp. Gonna keep the Noi, I think, largely as ink. Set up our Grandma Tala. There we go. One jump ahead's good as well. If I have to, I'll ink the Grandma Tala and play the one jump ahead just so we can scoot up right into the big Grandma Tala. Yep, they're set up for a Robin Hood already. Right, Judy Hopps doesn't do anything, does it? I don't think so. Not in this matchup. I think I largely just want to get ahead on my ink. Let's set him up for a be prepared. Let's hope we don't see an Ursula come down. Oh, I called it, didn't I? That's okay, I got a Grandma Tala to go find another be prepared. Another piece of ramp. I'll take it. Mama Ursula. That double song is brutal. I might really want this. Before I do that, let's see what we get. Really need the ink. Pass turn. Alright, well of course, not fast enough to take out Ursula before they just get a ridiculous amount of value out of it. Alright, both these characters defeat a big Robin Hood. Maui also defeats a big Robin Hood, depending on how they do it. Alright, there's the big Robin Hood. Will it quest though? Take out the character? Yeah, take out the character. That's good. That puts me in a position where I have to make choices. Can't quite get there. Who do I care about the least? I suspect my opponent is going to have some kind of damage, so Maui's just going to die regardless. The question is, do they have 1 or 2 points of damage, and then Robin Hood gets to take it out? Sure, they don't want Robin Hood to have to attack it, though. There's another Zeus. That's 2 of them defeated. They sing it. So hopefully they go wide with characters here. If not, I'm just gonna hit you with a Medusa. Take out this Robin Hood. Ink you, pass the turn. McDuck Manor putting in some work. Glad we got it down early. 2 Beast Relentless gone. Alright, opponent's in a position... Okay, I was gonna say they're struggling with card draw. Whole new world. Whole new world means a whole new hand for me. And I get to act on it first. And the concession. Okay, yeah. Going second. Alright, it was tough to win going first. Going second's gonna be a nightmare. All inkables, which is great. However... So the Mauis are really good. This is really late. You two are largely unimpactful. I'll keep the Grandma Tala as a possible play. It likely gets inked. Alright. Judy Hops definitely gets inked. Fantastic. Turn 1 play. Alright. So we're definitely going to favor the 1 jump ahead because it just races right into Grandma Tala. Cindy Rally. Opponent consistently getting the Robin Hoods. Got Robin Hood. Even with our ramp, is just a turn too fast for Maui. Is that what we're going to see though? Singing Ursula. I don't have a way to deal with it. Not yet, anyway. Go get me a Mama Medusa. I've been a really big fan of Madame Medusa. I'm sorry, Mama Medusa. Alright, they take out Grammatala, so it's not singing any songs. Maui will take down the Ursula. I'll save the Mama over here to defeat the Robin Hood. Yeah, Ursula just has to go. Her ability to sing double songs is way too much advantage. They could have a Zeus, so I think I'll save the Poopsicle. Yep, they have a Zeus. Oh, they paid for it though. Oh, I like that. I like that they paid for it. Alright, Mama's gonna defeat the Robin Hood, and then I think this game is largely in the bag. Mama, can you hear me? Beast! Beast is a real beast, alright. That's gonna set up some advantage. They don't have any items, so you just are Fantastic Ink. I'm hoping to give them a really solid turn of going wide here. They are questing. Alright, so I can just take out Beast with Maui. It's a pretty simple no-brainer. And again, they have Zeus, so it's difficult to want to heal Maui. They have Zeus in the deck, I should say that. I don't know that it's in their hand. But we've gone through 2 of them so far. Another beast! Another Maui. I'll let them draw an extra card. Again, I would love for them to just go wide. If Beast helps them do that, I think I'm for it. Swords. So they're not going wide still. Got another Maui for that Beast if you want to try again. Nice. Opponent wants to try again. Morph down, and what are we gonna see? An Ursula? Oh, another morph! Oh, double be prepared. We are prepared to just win this game. Greetings from Starchild. Greetings! I should just say thanks. We're just having a mirror of last turn, that's funny. Alright, I'll slowly just start winning the game with my McDuck manners. And Be Prepared will keep them alive. Short of a double Ursula, I think we're pretty much untouchable at this moment. Not sure if we've seen any Ursulas yet this game, have we? Hard to say. Ursula's that take the songs out of her hand. If that wasn't clear. All right, right after this game, I'm gonna show you guys Alphos's version of the dime of this deck. So, different deck coming up, same colors, same concept, but just a heads up for you, the deck is going to change for the next game. All right, I think opponent is pretty much given up. I'm surprised the timer hasn't started yet. There it is. All right, let's jump in and see what Alphos has come up with. Going second. Hardcore ranked. See how well this does. Get rid of all these uninkables. Got a couple items to go with the Kirim. Now we clean up the board. Not too bad. Then perhaps Queen of Hearts actually does something go in second, so we will see. Go in second, though, I think I do really want to get this Fishbone Quill down. I want to try to take control of this game as quick as possible. Amber. I realize it's not showing us. Hammer Emerald. This is going to be an aggro deck. Scar's going to be huge, so I just need to get to him. Alright, if that's the case. Definitely have to discard something when Queen attacks. Let's ink the shield. Makes Hiram a little worse. Oh, another Maui, though. I think I'm going to go for the card draw. Comes down also a little earlier. Then again, Fishbone's going to allow us to jump from turn 3 straight into turn 5 plays. What am I discarding? Might be discarding Hiram, funny enough. Because this is not an item I really want to pop. Alright, so we're not attacking. That's going to make things a little challenging for us. Got a dime. I think I still get the character in play. Alright, we're going to ink the Grammatala. Shall play the Queen. Pass the turn. Opponent doesn't know that we're not running the big Queen. I think next turn's pretty straightforward as well. Fishbone, ink, pass turn. Opponent knows my hand now, but they also realize no songs to grab. It's good for me. Because I know there are a few songs in the deck. Alright, what are we discarding? Another card draw. Okay. Scar's huge, but it's going to be difficult to get to. Fishbone will ramp us up. Oh, and there's the board wipe. They don't know about the board wipe. Alright, we're going to ink the Hiram. We're going to Fishbone. I hate to do it, but we're going to ink the dime. Because I want to get control of this board. Dime is a little better in your mid to late game. This is a little early. I kind of like that it's hiding the colors from us, though. Alright, that Stitch needs to go for sure. Simba will quest. And I just need to slow him down. We're going to ink this. Play a Maui. Take out the Simba. Gotta discard another card. I'll discard the Maui. Now here's the thing. I'm only gonna get a chance at one of them. Scar's like our guaranteed guy, but I think the board wipe. Scars is not our guaranteed guy. The be prepared is our guarantee. It'll hit everything, right? Because they don't have to quest. And that Stitch is going to be a huge problem if we can't deal with it. Oh, and they can sing the bare necessities. Uh-oh, we just got wrecked. Should have kept the Scar. No way they don't sing the bare necessities, right? Or are they thinking about holding it for ink? No way, they're definitely gonna sing it. That's a quest. Wow, 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 wow. Let's not show them what's up here. Let's just get rid of this board. Alright, opponent's in a much better position than we are. They have way more lore and they got 3 cards in hand. Opponent says well played, but we could certainly top deck our way out of this. Exchanging that for a card. Can't play a dragon. I'll just ink it. Well, that's unfortunate. Dragon was the only card in our deck we couldn't play. It is best of 3. They also got Pluto, so I'm paying attention. Rapunzel's gonna be a problem too. Alright, Rapunzel's no longer a problem. Now we just have to see if we can take this control and keep it. Searching for a character. Stitch off the top would be great for them. Piglet. I will play the Fishbone because Hiram exists. I almost inked it because of the dragon, but 2 of the dragons are gone. There's only 2 left. Pride Lands needs to go. That's a great top deck. Alright, Pride Lands is gone next turn. So no more passive lore for them. Ariel into Be Our Guest. Be Our Guest into... Rapunzel. Scar's good, but let's take out that guy. We'll quest here. Rapunzel doesn't actually gain them anything because Ariel will just unalive itself attacking. Just gotta be careful here because opponent could simply just get enough things in play for a big old quest. I'll grab the Poopsicle. I'll play the Poopsicle. Tomato is good. He's not gonna be fast enough though, is he? Right, effectively opponent just has to play 2 things into play and we're in trouble. Alright, that's not quite enough. Alright, Scar comes down to take out Rapunzel. Alternatively, I could have sent Madame Medusa and Grammatala to take out Rapunzel and get a Tamatoa. Perhaps that's better. I would have raced. Because now I'm no longer in a racing position. I'm in a... I have to kill everything they play every turn and their deck's going to be full of stuff. I could sing the Be Prepared. With Scar. But it doesn't change the fact that we are in trouble. Every turn I have to be able to kill something. It's not gonna happen. Bare Necessities buys us a turn. Ooh, I would have really liked a dime there. Wouldn't have been lethal, but it would have been great. Oh, that's still okay. They could get something expensive they can't play. That guy's gonna be lethal. I can get a Popsicle back and get another piece of card draw. I won't have enough to play anything off of it, though. The dig power, though, is crazy. Another Tamatoa wins the game, but not gonna win it this turn. Wow, the resiliency! The way for this deck to just come back is wild. I just needed a slightly faster start. Alright, this time we get to go first. Just need to be a little faster. The queens are good. Going first is good. Queens can sing the 1-jumps if they're playing Simbas. I think I like the hand. Maybe I could have set one of the 1-jumps back. Yeah, because what am I inking? The shield? Yeah. I don't know if I yet see the value of the shield in this deck. Definitely feels like a late game card, not an early game card. Hiram's a little unfortunate here. Alright, I do suspect we're going to see a Simba. But I'm likely going to play a 1-jump and sing a 1-jump. Or I can ink a queen, play a fishbone, sing the 1-jump. Use the fishbone to ink the other 1-jump. Not bad. I think we will. There you go, it's a lot of ramp. Now Flaversham gets to draw some cards and get us back in this game. Ideally, I'll draw an Inkable to ink. Then here, we'll get rid of Fishbone. Even if it's uninkable, Fishbone can actually do its job first. Pluto's going into work, so that's the Rockstar. Alright, they don't need to see Flaversham. Madame Medusa, that's a Stitch killer if I've ever seen one. I could save you for ink. Or just have another character to take out your characters when you try to go wide right now. So they're going to try to go wide. All their characters will be tapped. So have multiple characters to take them out. And then, of course, Madame Medusa will destroy the Stitch. And then we will have full control of this game. Simba's a little annoying. I'll have to send a Flaversham and a Queen to take it out. But I think that's worth it. Let's get rid of that. We'll attack that. We'll take out the Simba. And we'll trade the Queen. Alright, Gaston will hopefully get us right back into this game. Draw an Inkable, play Gaston. Gaston could also go fetch an Inkable if we need it. Couple of Piglets, looking to do some work. There's a good Scar. Just really need an Inkable, so it doesn't really matter what we grab here. Alright, Scar will be online. Opponent will not be attacking us. They're gonna play another character and get their 6 lore out of these 2 Piglets. And then Scar will end the game. It almost doesn't matter what we draw here. Take you out. We'll take you out. And I'm gonna trade the Tamatoa for the card draw. Alright, love to see it. Alright, opponent. What do you got? They could get a Stitch down with the Pluto. Madame Medusa takes care of it. So does Maleficent. There we go. We're gonna go straight into game 3. Okay. Mighty expensive opening hand. I do like Medusa. That'll clean some stuff up. But let's get rid of all of these. Medusa takes out Stitch, and that's the card we have to care about. I am going to favor Popsicle over Develop Your Brain. Develop Your Brain digs a little harder, but Popsicle represents more advantage later on. Be prepared, not bad. I don't really have a way to ramp into it, but if I have to pull the trigger... Opponent will likely have some Medusas, though, to make things difficult for us. We're gonna see a Simba? Bare necessities. Alright, there goes the be prepared. It's the only option. There's no reason they wouldn't take it. Hand's looking a little expensive, isn't it? We're gonna get rid of a Gaston. Largely because he's uninkable and he's expensive. I have nothing for the next 3 turns to do. It's not a good formula for us, is it? Well, that gives me something to do next turn. But largely nothing to do this turn. Be our guest. They're digging. There's the Simba they're looking for. They can still ink and play it. And there's no reason they wouldn't. Yep. Alright, that's gonna really hurt. I don't know if we're gonna catch up with this race. They really can't do anything. Oh no, and I'm gonna have to ink my McDuck Manor to just keep my stuff that can attack. And I need an inkable off the top. Questing there is questionable. Simba could attack it, and it will. Okay. Guess we were hoping Simba wouldn't attack. Ah, and they have Rapunzel. GG, opponent. I had no ramp this game. That's wildly unfortunate. I don't know if I like Alphonse's version of this deck. It feels super clunky. It's very expensive, and the ramp is so slow. Oh, that just ended the game for us. Crap on a cracker.